Hi everyone, welcome back to Encounter Encouragement. Tonight I am going to be introducing a new series that I'm going to be working on, and it's called Fruits of the Spirit. Now, in checking this out, I learned something that I really, came across, realized something that I hadn't realized before. I saw things differently. I went to Galations chapter 5, verse 22-23. And it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things, there is no law." And as I read that, I thought, interesting. People always talk about the fruits of the Spirit. And I just named 9 characteristics that are listed in that verse, but the verse doesn't say fruits of the Spirit. It says the fruit of the Spirit. And it lists all those characteristics as the fruit, not the fruits of the Spirit. And I thought, interesting, singular versus plural. I've always heard it as plural, multiple different fruits of the Spirit. But what if it is only one fruit? Let's look at nature. In our world, you take a plum tree and it produces plums. You take an apple tree, it produces apples. A strawberry plant produces strawberries. A tomato plant produces tomatoes. A pear tree produces pears, right? One tree, one fruit. But what if you combined 2 plants into one, and the fruit of that plant, that new plant, is now greater? It's the best of both worlds. So let's look at a couple examples. The most known one to me was the pluot. It's a plum and an apricot mixed, and you get the best of both worlds. A couple other examples, the tangelo. I kind of wondered, I'd heard of tangelo before, but I wondered kind of what it was combining. Well, it's a tangerine and a pomelo, or a tangerine and a grapefruit, which is becoming more common apparently. Who knew? A tayberry, which I had never heard of, is a combination of a blackberry and a raspberry in one plant, in one fruit. A grapple, it's actually an apple-shaped fruit that tastes like a grape. Who knew, right? So if you can have a fruit that is a combination of different fruits, and it takes the best of both and combines them into one and becomes a new, better fruit, isn't it possible that the fruits of the Spirit is actually one fruit? It is produced by the plant, shall we say, of the Holy Spirit, but that Holy Spirit is a mixture of the best qualities of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. It's the best of all of them combined into one. And the only way that that could happen is through the Holy Spirit. Because individual people can have 1 or 2 or 5 of these characteristics. But until you get the Holy Spirit infusing them together into one, delivered to you when you accept Jesus, the Holy Spirit enters you. And if at that point you are infused with that gift of the Holy Spirit, and because you then are eternal, you are part of God's family forever, at that point there is no law against that. So I'm going to be looking at these fruits, shall we say, the individual fruits that make up the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to be looking at them individually, those characteristics, and giving my take on what they each mean. So I hope you'll join me in the next several videos to walk through each of these different characteristics, and we will look and see how, when combined, they can be greater than the sum total of their parts. So, if you have any ideas or comments, feel free to leave them below. Like and share the video, and feel free to subscribe. I hope to see some new people and new faces in the comments, and I look forward to walking this journey of the fruits with you. So, until we meet again, you all have a very, very blessed day, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks, y'all.